This is why you never laugh at Mike Tyson before a fight.
I don't know anything about that. I'm not Muhammad Ali. I'm not capable of predicting rounds. But listen, he's over there laughing. We're up here laughing. Everybody laughing. This is serious stuff. He won't be laughing Friday.
He laughed at Mike Tyson before the fight, thinking it was all a joke. But once the punches started flying, reality hit hard. He got battered by Mike and walked out of the ring in the middle of the fight.
Stay there! Stop it, Andre! Stop it! Stop it! What off? Don't you do this!
What? He quit.
The fighter Andrew Golota showed too much confidence before the fight, laughing at Mike Tyson and mocking him at press conferences. He called Tyson just a kid, saying even though he was the youngest heavyweight champion, it was time to break it.
Mike Tyson is a legend, you know. Was the youngest heavyweight ever, you know, who won the title. And you know what? It was a time to break it, you know.
On October 20th, 2000, boxing fans witnessed a shocking moment that left history marked with sadness.
Here is the youngest man ever to capture the world title, the two-time heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the one and only Iron Mike Tyson.
The fight started with both men walking in confidently, Mike and Andrew looking strong and composed. As the opening moments unfolded, they grabbed onto each other, forcing the referee to step in, reminding them it was boxing, not wrestling.
Okay, no wrestling, let it go. Keep it clean, no wrestling. Keep it.
Golota's trainer had warned beforehand that Mike would rely on rough tactics, almost like wrestling, and prepared Golota specifically for that challenge. Yet, despite the preparation, Tyson's sheer aggression and power proved overwhelming once the fight actually began.
If Golota wants to body slam Tyson, that's his business. I'm not teaching Golota anything he doesn't already know. Golota wrote the book himself. If you have to body slam Tyson, who cares? If Tyson wants to turn this into a wrestling match, let it be. Those quotes from a recent USA Today article.
Tyson landed a crushing shot on his opponent's left eye and cheek, a brutal blow that instantly showed its devastating impact.
Golota's got a problem by the left eye. He's got a cut. There was a clash of heads there. Just a little scrape by the side of the left eye. Now Tyson's going for him with those big trademark hooks. He's timing not quite.
People saw it as one of the saddest nights in boxing, a moment remembered for its disappointment rather than glory.
I was disappointed in what actually took place. It just gave boxing another sad and a black eye for boxing. You know, I want to know how you can come and be a boxer and all of a sudden decide that you don't want to fight and walk out the ring. Evidently, he had some mental drama going on that he needs to sort out before he ever steps in the ring.
Andrew even tried to bully Mike, acting like his size and weight would make all the difference. He believed being the bigger man gave him the upper hand. Golota stood tall at 6 feet 4 inches and weighed 240 pounds, while Mike was only 5 feet 10 inches and 222 pounds. Golota's confidence grew from this advantage, but once the fight started, it became clear that size alone couldn't protect him from Tyson's power.
He tried to bully me, and he's kind of big. He makes me nervous without his gloves and his shorts on. So if you ever try to intimidate me again, I'm gonna implant a bullet in his motherfucking skull.
From the very beginning, Mike Tyson was built differently, a kid driven by a burning dream to prove himself. The one thing he could never stand was anyone showing him disrespect.
I feel uncomfortable with the fact that he's not here and I can't say it in his face. But yeah, he's gonna feel some pain. I know probably he's mad I ain't gonna wait on him. I wasn't no waiting game, but oh God, it's too beautiful. It's a good day today, you know. But listen, right? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I wish your mother hit me low. Yeah, hit me low. I wish he'd do that. It's on like a mother. Bring Andrew Golota on. Bring those guys. They can keep their title. I don't want their title. I want to strip them of their health. Because I'm in pain. I want them to see pain. I want their kids to see pain. Lennox Lewis?
Commentators described Andrew Golota as a fighter lacking fortitude, someone unable to handle adversity inside the ring. They said he carried a fear of success, showing mental frailty even when the fight's momentum seemed to shift slightly in his favor against Tyson.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with Andrew Golota. Clearly, he's a guy that lacks intestinal fortitude. He's a man that has not learned how to deal with adversity in the ring, and he's also a man who has a great fear of success. And interestingly, in this fight, he weathered that first knockdown, had gotten through the second round, claimed that he was butted by Tyson, and there may have been a clash of heads, was upset that referee Frank Garza did not step in and intervene. But again, we saw an Andrew Golota who couldn't deal with adversity, and an Andrew Golota who apparently was afraid of success because he was starting to get himself back into the rhythm of this fight against a less than menacing Tyson in the second round. So we saw all the frailties inside this head of Andrew Golota.
After the fight, Andrew Golota's confidence collapsed. The man who once mocked Mike Tyson stood humbled. Struggling to explain what had just happened, he admitted he was hurt, that the referee should have stopped things sooner, and confessed to being in pain. Facing the cameras, Golota apologized to his fans, saying he did not perform the way they expected. His words carried regret, not only for the loss, but for the arrogance that led him there.
First of all, it wasn't my day today, but I got a headbutt. A referee didn't respond pretty much well as he's supposed to.
But you're a warrior, Andrew. You're a fighter. But you're a fighter that the crowd pays.
I got dizziness in my head. That's it.
What made you dizzy? Was it that first knockdown? What about the knockdown? Did you really recover from that knockdown at the end of the first round?
Actually, I was just sleep. I hasn't been hit very well. I was sleep.
The fight itself told a brutal story. In the third round, Tyson landed a devastating punch that shattered Golota's cheekbone. The impact was so severe that Golota simply could not continue. Doctors, trainers, and even the referee urged him to fight on, but the damage was done. The man who once laughed at Tyson now walked away, leaving the ring in shock and disbelief.
Hit very well. I was slip on the down, and that's it. I stood up.
What do you say to the people who are driving home now, the people who spent the $49.95 for the pay-per-view, the people who were rooting for you, your fans and boxing fans all over the world, at this great and grave disappointment to the sport?
Listen, boxing is a very, very difficult sport, and I'm sorry for all my fans, who count on me, I just didn't know they have my day today.
Before the fight, Tyson had already delivered a warning. He told Golota not to underestimate him, reminding everyone of the legacy he carried. Tyson declared that not only the current generation, but even grandchildren would speak of his name because nobody would ever forget what he brought into the ring. That statement became a prophecy. While Golota's mockery faded into memory, Tyson's dominance and ferocity remained etched in boxing history. It was a night where arrogance met reality, and only one man's name echoed through time: Mike Tyson.
I know nothing about being a heavyweight champ. Only thing I know how to fight, right? I'm a nigga, right? Really. I'm not saying like I'm a black person, but I'm a street person. I don't even want to be a street person. I don't even like typical street people. But that's just who I became, and what happened in my life, and the tragedy in life made me that way. But, I'm Mike. I'm not malevolent or anything. I just am. And I just want to just live my life. And I know you guys talk bad about me, and you got a really bad snick out there about me, but I'm going to make sure you talk about me. Your grandkids and kids after that are going to know about me. I'm going to make sure of that. They're never going to forget about me. The great-grandkids are going to say, wow, wasn't that a bizarre individual?
Mike Tyson had that villain aura during that time. With his brutal peekaboo style and fierce presence in the ring, many saw him as the bad guy, yet his story ran much deeper. On October the 16th, 1987, the boxing world witnessed Tyrell Biggs enter the ring with an arrogance that was impossible to ignore. Biggs openly declared that Mike Tyson had never faced anyone like him, going so far as to claim he was Tyson's dad. His confidence was loud, brash, and defiant. The press and fans were captivated by his boldness, expecting a David and Goliath narrative with Biggs towering as the natural favorite. But what unfolded in that night's fight would shatter every assumption. Tyson's presence in the ring was a storm, and Biggs' bravado was about to meet its harshest test.
As good as I am, I know that I know how good I am. I owe it to myself to go out there and beat Michael Tyson like I am his dad. He's made for me. Tyson.
Leading up to the fight, the narrative was heavily stacked against Tyson. Analysts were adamant that size and reach were decisive factors in boxing, highlighting Biggs' height and physical advantage. The consensus was clear. A bigger man usually dominates a smaller opponent, and in this case, Tyson was the smaller guy. Yet, such predictions ignored the ferocity and precision Tyson had honed over years in the gym. His reputation for explosive power, lightning speed, and unyielding aggression made him a danger far beyond what mere statistics could capture.
But you also have to be able to punch once you do get him out of position. And I guess the question I have to ask is, can Tyrell Biggs punch?
Well, he doesn't necessarily have to punch hard. The fact of the matter is, he has to keep him off balance, break his rhythm with the left jab, and give him angles, give him lateral movement.
We know there's kind of a hackneyed ideology that numbers don't lie. The taller man and the bigger man is almost always going to beat the smaller man and the shorter man. That's usually the case, unless the smaller, shorter man's name is Mike.
From the opening bell, Biggs attempted to use his reach, overboxing with long jabs and movements, but Tyson's compact, brutal style left him vulnerable. Then came the iconic left hook, the punch that would define the night. Tyson landed it with pinpoint precision, sending Biggs crashing to the canvas. Shock replaced Biggs' earlier confidence. His carefully planned advantage in height and reach evaporated in a single, devastating moment, leaving the world in awe of Tyson's sheer power.
Oh, that was a tremendous left hand.
In the aftermath, Tyson revealed the shocking emotional toll the fight had on Biggs. He described Biggs' reaction to his punches as almost childlike, a mix of fear and helplessness. It was a stark contrast to the bravado displayed before the fight. Tyson's ability to dominate both physically and psychologically was on full display, demonstrating that the mental strength required in boxing could be as decisive as physical prowess.
This fight, I was the best fighter in the world, and not a man alive that can beat me.
What broke him down? Was it just
constantly body punches? When I was hitting him with body punches, and I heard him, actually he was crying in there, making woman gestures like, I can't find it, but I knew that he was breaking down soon.
You're saying that Biggs was crying when you were hit him?
Yes.
When did that happen?
And perhaps the fourth round on.
So that you knew you had him by that time?
Absolutely, but I knew he was tough in there taking those punches.
Fast forward to January 22nd, 1988. Tyson faced a new challenge in Larry Holmes. Holmes, a former champion with years of experience, underestimated the young powerhouse. He laughed openly at the idea of facing Tyson, claiming he wouldn't need to exert himself, dismissing Tyson as no Ali. Holmes believed that technique and history outweighed raw aggression, and he underestimated the storm that Tyson represented.
In long range, whop, 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 whop. Right. To use the jab. I'm gonna be on him like white on rice. I'm gonna be on him like skin.
We'll see if Tyson can make Holmes not smile so much. Tyson has been listed as an 8-1 favorite to dispose of Holmes' comeback attempt.
Holmes' public dismissal painted Tyson as more of a spectacle than a legitimate threat. Analysts echoed this sentiment, suggesting that Tyson's hype outweighed substance. Holmes' confidence stemmed from years at the top, but the psychological edge he assumed would carry him through would soon be dismantled in the ring. Tyson's raw, disciplined aggression contrasted sharply with Holmes' measured, almost complacent style, setting the stage for an unforgettable clash.
It's the way I left the last fight, the way they done me. They did a number on me. And I don't like the way they done a number on me. So therefore, I'm fighting so that the number will be reversed. I'm gonna fight this guy. I'm not gonna run from him. He ain't got a cakewalk. If he think he got a cakewalk, he got another thing coming. Because I'm preparing for war, and that's it.
The fight itself left no room for debate. Tyson's speed and power overwhelmed Holmes, who fell victim to a decisive knockout in the 4th round.
He didn't even bother the count. It was a vicious right hand. It came like...
Holmes' history with Muhammad Ali added an extra layer to the narrative. Not only had Holmes knocked Ali out, but he had also humiliated him publicly. Tyson, aware of this history, was motivated not only by personal ambition, but by a sense of vindication.
It's a Holmes-Ali fight. It's not an Ali-Holmes fight. It's Holmes-Ali. And Ali had his day. This is my day. I say Ali used to float like a butterfly. He used to sting like a bee. But when he fight Larry Holmes, he'll fall in round 3.
Mike Tyson revealed that Muhammad Ali personally asked him to face Larry Holmes, seeking revenge for the humiliation Holmes inflicted. Tyson, moved by Ali's loss on October 2nd, 1980, stepped into the ring determined to avenge the legend, channeling his anger and respect into a decisive victory over Holmes.
It's October 2nd, 1980. Ali fights Larry Holmes. After the fight, we got in the canoe and talked.
The next morning, Custer's on the phone with Muhammad Ali. Custer's calling Larry Holmes so bad. How do you let that bum hit on you, Chad Ali? How do you Why you let that bum beat on you? Custer, he's almost getting sensitive, almost crying. He's a fucking bum. Why you let him hit you? Why you let him beat him? Ooh, fuck, I'm going back there. So I talked to Ali on the phone. I said, when I get big, I'm gonna get him for you. I'm gonna revenge you. I'm gonna restore your honor. And then January 22nd, I'm fighting him. And then Ali comes into the ring and said, get him for me.
Holmes's ego was a double-edged sword. He relied on his reputation and assumed superiority, but his body could not keep pace with Tyson's relentless power.
To go out there and do what I gotta do the best I can with what I got.
He feels in his mind that he can beat me, and the promoters feel that he can beat me, and they put him in the position where he can challenge for the championship, and it's my obligation to defend my championship.
I think Larry's mind is telling him that he can beat Mike Tyson. His ego, his pride. I think his mind is telling him something that his body won't be able to translate into anything other than a painful defeat.
Larry has all the things the other fellas who fought Tyson did not use to their advantage, or they seemed spellbound, awed, or afraid.
Before the fight, promoters and analysts had predicted an easy victory for Holmes. Size, experience, and strategy all seemed to favor him. Yet the reality of Tyson's explosive style turned expectations on their head. The very advantages that seemed to guarantee Holmes's win became irrelevant as Tyson showcased his mastery, leaving everyone who underestimated him in sheer disbelief.
To swap punches with Tyson. Larry is not that kind of a guy.
I think the world will be shocked because they're expecting a lot of jab, they're expecting a lot of footwork. You know, they don't expect me to get in there and brawl with them. I'm just as much man as he is. And there's no way I can lose this fight.
His past performance in the ring, you know, he's a magnificent champion, but I figure this is my era now.
One thing we do know for sure, Kathleen, Atlantic City won't lose from this fight, Nintendo won't lose, and HBO won't lose. The only so-called loser will be one of the guys in the ring, and of course we'll find that out tomorrow night.
Quick pick, James.
I like Tyson. The odds right now are 9-1. I think those are too steep, and as Customato, the late trainer and legal guardian of Tyson, said, every great ex-fighter has one extra fight left in him, so be careful of this one. I think Tyson's well aware of that.
That's very good.
After the dust settled, Holmes's perspective shifted. He praised Tyson, acknowledging his precision and skill, calling him a marksman. Respect earned in the crucible of combat replaced arrogance. Tyson had not only defeated a legend, but had earned the admiration of someone who knew the sport inside out, a testament to his power, skill, and unrelenting determination.
We can't get through this without talking about Mike Tyson, at least bringing up his name.
Who?
You know. The guy with whom you had your last fight. In your prime, could you have beaten him?
Everybody in this room here would have been able to beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was born right.
Really?
Yeah. You'd have never heard of it.
Joe's sitting over there nodding his head like I ain't sure about that.
Yeah, everybody.
Well, I think that the young man has something that, you know, we all had ourselves. It's just the idea that he's there and he's doing the job, he's sacrificed, and, you know, he's a marksman. If you look at this young man, when he throw punches, he just don't throw punches for the heck of it. It was a cause and a reason, and believe it or not, he's right on target.
Well, we all did that.
Well, I think we blunt up into the shoulders and the legs, some low blows, because I land a few myself. But this guy's a marksman.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.